Okay, today we're going to take a look at this PORMIDO PR996 dash cam. Then we're going to go ahead and install it in my 2021 Ram 1500. So I've actually had dash cams before. I actually have this one currently installed. I don't use, let's put it the right way, I don't use this one with the rear camera. I only use it for front recording because it only has a small square screen here. And I don't see any value to having that showing what's behind me. And I don't really care that much about recording what's behind me. But my Ram 1500 did not have the digital rear view mirror, which I really wanted. So I was looking online. This one looks like a really nice one, so we're going to put this one in. First, we're going to do an unboxing. I haven't opened it yet. Let's take a look at it and see what it's like. And open this one up. Now what's nice about this one is the whole thing is a screen. It's a 12-inch full touchscreen display. If you're recording front and back, you get 1080p. If you're recording just one camera, I guess just the front, you get 1296p. So both are HD, which is nice. 170-degree wide angle. Night vision. It has a parking monitor from what I understand, so if you get your car is bumped when parked, the battery in here will kick on and start recording. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So nice big display. What you got to remember is these are larger than your normal rear view mirror displays, so when you go and put these on, you're definitely going to get a much bigger display on there. A much bigger mirror than normal if you're just going to use it as a regular mirror even. You know, some people don't want to run the wire to the rear camera. If you just use it as a front-facing camera, you have this nice camera here that once you mount this on your rear view mirror, this is totally adjustable to make sure it's getting the front view. These connectors here are for a strap that will go around your existing rear view mirror. You have your charging cable here. You have an AV in. This is for GPS. This does have an option, from what I understand, that you can get a GPS that connects in here. And the GPS, I guess, does some recording of the location when it's recording. Your memory card slot and power button in the bottom. Let's go take a look at what else is in the box. So you have your cable here that's going to run to your rear camera. All right. Yes, that's the camera connector. This is what goes into the display itself. This is supposed to be about 30-something feet long, so that's pretty good there. This is going to be your rear camera. And of course, if you're going to run the wire, you're always going to have to figure out where you're going to mount this. You can mount this outside if you want to. This has double-sided tape here, it looks like. Well, on both, yeah, but on here, and you have it on here, so you can mount that on, or just mount this directly onto something. Depending how your car is laid out, you can mount this up onto the top of the car, looking out the back, or maybe under the car if you want to. You have a couple of options there. Here is your charger. All right, nice long cable. These straps here are what will connect it to wrap around your rear view mirror. So basically, you're going to take this, you're going to put this in front of your rear view mirror. You're going to put this strap on here. My other one works the same way. And this is going to go around your existing rear view mirror. And there's, as you can see, because there's different lines here, depending, you know, how big your mirror currently is, you can put it here or here and wrap it around like that to make sure it is a tight fit. So you have that. We have some additional connectors here. This is probably for a very short mirror that can go on there. If it's a small mirror, a smaller car. All right, and you have some screws in there. You have some more mounting brackets. You have a cleaning cloth. It does come with a 32 gigabyte. It's nice, a SanDisk, not even a generic no name, but actually a SanDisk 32 gigabyte micro SD card. I actually picked up a 128 micro SD card, which is the largest that you can put in there. And there you go. And this looks like some screen protectors that you can, look at that. You even got screen protectors here that you can install on there. All right. Because it is a full touch screen display. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. Let's go ahead and get it installed. All right, so here we are in my 2021 Ram 1500, and we have the camera installed. Maybe a little dark in here, but I'm going to walk around and show you. So what I did was, you can see the wiring underneath there, and the wiring does go up and under and around All right, and I did bring it completely down through here. And the Ram 1500 actually has this really nice seal here, this foam that you can pull back and run wires in, which is absolutely great. And I actually have it running underneath, that's the box from it, underneath the floor mats, underneath this seat, and then coming around underneath the mat. And I just didn't tuck that one away, but I use this for work, so this is pretty full most of the time. So we have this one running here, and then I have it running up the back of the car, and I actually have it installed right there. And if you can see there, what I did was I have it mounted with double-sided tape so that it is just stuck to the top there, and that window in the center actually slides to the right. So I couldn't put it directly in the center, or else it would slide with the window. You could probably put it on the top part there and have it hang down further, but this little the little brackets that came with it actually just worked fine there, and I'm very happy with it. So I have that set up there. Wiring is going all the way around, and worked very well. Now also they do give you, and again we're looking at the sun, let's see if we can look at it a better way here. They give you all these little clips that you can put in there. All right, with those clips you can clip the wire in. I have a bunch of them through the top here just to prevent the wire from actually coming down. And that actually works very well. They give you basically everything you need with this. Let's go around to the other side and take a look. So here it is. Let's give the engine start and take a look at it. It does take a few seconds to start up. All right, and there is my rear view. Now, one thing that I really love about this is how many accessories they give you. They give you 3M double-sided adhesive for the back camera mount. They give you that. They give you all the little clips that need to go on the top. They give you a couple of different mounts for the rear camera, depending how you need to mount it. They really include everything you need. Even the memory card was a name brand memory card in here. As you can see on the top left, it actually started recording automatically, and it counts along there. On the right side, you have the clock, which you have an option if you want that on there. And I find that with mine, because it's slightly off-centered, that having the clock there makes you feel like the right side is basically like the clock, and then the rest is all centered. Now, what's really nice in a truck is you can use touchscreen here, and you can actually scroll that down and turn this into a bed camera. So if you're towing something and you don't already have a bed camera on your truck, you actually will be able to use it like that, depending where you place it, of course. What's very nice is the image that it's recording is much larger than what you're seeing on the screen there. So you're able to move it around, and you can't go left and right. Left and right will actually be brightness. Okay? But you can move it up and down. As you can see, because it's such a large image, you actually can go very high. So what I find is I usually leave it where I'm just seeing the very back of the truck, and that bar in the center of the screen will disappear after a few seconds. But I actually leave it where I'm just seeing the very top of the bed there. But if I am hauling something in the back and I want to watch it when I'm driving, I can go like that, see everything that's in the bed, and then still see out the rear. So really wonderful. So let's go ahead and lower it back down now. Some of the basic options you have here is, right now it's automatically recording. You can stop the recording. You can switch to your front camera, and your front camera is actually the lens over here that you saw in the up close, and you can actually adjust that however you want as well. And it is also recording a larger image than what you're seeing on the screen. So if you don't have it perfect, you're still getting a very large image there. You can press this again, and now you can have a split screen. On the left side you can see the rear, and on the right side you can see the front. I don't see any reason to ever want to drive like that since you're already looking out the front, but it does give you that option. This, if you hit this, you'll actually take a snapshot, just a single picture. All right. Locking it, I'm not even sure. I haven't looked up what that does yet. Jump back here. If you stop the recording, now you can go into your configuration mode, and you have things like your resolution, 1080p, 720p, loop recording. What happens is if your memory card is full, it will automatically erase the oldest recordings and then continue looping depending on the size of your card and what resolution you have. The time will vary. Loop recording is how the 1, 2, and 3 minutes is how big each file is. So your files can either be 1, 2, or 3 minutes each. I see no reason to have it set to 1 minute, because if that means in 1 hour you get 60 files. So I set it for 3 minutes. You can have recording sound or not. See, it automatically goes right back to that. So let's go back in there. Sound recording, meaning everything I'm saying right now is actually being recorded. You have auto recording. That means as soon as you start the car, it starts recording. Event cycles. I think that, I didn't look that up, but I believe that is probably like a loop recording on and off, but not sure. Beeping sound. You can image mirror, meaning reverse it. Not sure why you would want to do that. You can set your clock. You can have the display for the clock on or off. The language. Flicker is your refresh rate. You'll notice that if you're seeing cars with halogen lights in your rear view mirror, you'll always see a slight flicker. You may notice that when watching YouTube videos and you see something like that. It doesn't always show exactly the same. The faster the hertz on there, I believe the less flicker you'll get. You can have a screensaver, which just means it goes dark after a certain amount of time. A few other things. The G sensor on here. I believe this has the option that when you, if your car is off and there's a shock, that might be a separate add-on for this. I'm not sure, but basically, if your car is hit, it'll take images from there, or at least record that spot of video and not override it. So it just knows something happened. I'm going to record that. You have your parking monitor. All right. The parking monitor, that's probably actually the settings, the option for if it's parked and it notices a shock, should it start recording. So I have that off. I'm actually going to change that to middle sensitivity on there, and we'll see how that works. I'll test that on my own later on. You have a volume. You can choose the time format. You can have brightness be automatic. I'd rather just leave it on the brightest level. Reverse line. That wire that goes to the back camera has an extra wire over there that you can plug into your like rear backup lights. So when you put the car in reverse, it automatically will put reverse lines on there, and this display will switch to a backup camera. I see no reason to do that. Most modern cars at least have backup cameras in them for many years now. Or if yours doesn't, you have that option, but I didn't hook that up. All right, you can reset everything, wipe it out. You can format the SD card, and you can upgrade the firmware on here. It is firmware upgradable if you connect it to your computer, so you have that option. One thing I did find when I first put it in is there was a lot of glare. What happens with this is you can actually use this as a normal rear view mirror. If you press the button underneath, now you're not going to see anything here, and I'll explain why. Normally, that's a very shiny display, and it looks just like a large, regular rear view mirror. But I find I was getting glare on the screen sometimes. You're driving, there's bright light and so forth. So they actually included screen protectors. And it's not just a screen protector, but it's an anti-glare protector. So I have that on now, and it's like a matte finish. Doesn't affect the touchscreen at all. But when you have the camera on, I find the image is much more pleasant to look at. You don't look up and see glare off the bright reflective surface of the mirror. So having that on there actually makes the video much better, I feel, but that's certainly optional if you want to put that on there. But you do lose the functionality of using this as a standard rear view mirror, because when you turn it off, that coating that's on there will prevent it from being a mirror image. So I'm not going to take it off to show you that, but just trust me, it is a very nice shiny mirror image that if you turn it off, you will have a regular rear view mirror type display. So you have everything on there. Everything's been working great. Now, would I recommend the product? Well, first, two things. First, understand whether you're putting a camera in to replace your rear view mirror like this. Some people are not going to like it. My wife got in here and it freaked her out. She thinks she didn't like it. Fortunately, she doesn't drive my truck. So I like it. I think it's very nice. I think being able to look down at the bed, which I couldn't do before, I'm able to do now because I don't have a bed camera on this truck. I am happy that I have it for that reason is wonderful. And I just like technology, so I like the camera and I like these type of things. And I've always have a front-facing camera, but now I'll have a rear-facing camera. You get rear-ended. That's great to have. If someone rear ends you and then you're on a highway and then they just continue going and take off, well, hopefully the back camera caught their license plate. So it is really nice for those things. Objects that are in here are actually closer than they appear a little bit. I've noticed that, you'll see something in here and you'll say, oh, the car's pretty far away. Look in your side mirror, and they're actually closer than you thought they were. So it does take a little getting used to that. But once you get used to that, everything is fine. And I've only had it a couple of days, but I really do like it. As for recommending this particular product, absolutely. I paid currently on Amazon at the time of this video $130, and then I spent $20 more to get a 128 gig card. So with a 128 gig card, this was $150, and I am extremely happy with the quality of the product and what they include. They include screen protectors. They include all the wiring, of course. They include 3M type double adhesive for the for the actual mount of the rear camera. They include all that stuff. The memory card is a name brand memory card. They include those small clips for running the wires. They really give you everything you need. To be honest, you normally don't get that level of quality with most like Amazon Chinese products that you buy. They're usually very low end. There's a reason that this one has such high reviews on Amazon, and I'm certainly going to give it the same review because they really do include everything. For the price, it is an excellent deal, I feel. There is a link below in the description if you're looking for it to take you straight to Amazon. And yeah, I am very happy with it, and I think it does a great job. And for the value, the one I had before this, I paid $110 for, and it was just a front-facing camera with a small square display in the middle. For a few dollars more, this one is absolutely excellent. The quality of the video, I'm not going to bother just to play it, but it is 1080p, and it is not the cheap 1080p that you often get when something says 1080p. You record something, and then you go to play it, and you find, well, that's really not so good. That really looks like 720p to me. No, the video in here is excellent, and all around, everything about this so far has been a win, and I can highly recommend it. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. If you're interested in this product, click on the link below in the description.